Hi students, welcome to second year commerce class. In our previous classes, we have learnt about importance of planning and limitations of planning. We have learnt that planning makes you rigid. It will not allow you to change accordingly. Then we have got investment hazards. Then planning is expensive. Though we have got so many advantages, like planning will help you to focus on your objectives. Planning will maximize your profits. It will facilitate control. Clear? It will help you to utilize your resources to the optimum level. That advantage we have learnt, and we have learnt about limitations also. Now in this class, we are going to learn about features of planning. Features are nothing but characteristics. So already I have explained you that planning is deciding in advance about what to do, how to do, when to do, why to do. So with the help of best planning, we can answer these questions. Now see, in order to answer these questions, first you have to frame the questions, isn't it? That means you require some knowledge. So planning is not a physical work, it is a brain work. See, if I have to test your ability from this intermediate second year commerce class, first of all I should know how to test. What are the questions to be asked? What are the questions to be given in the examination? How the question paper is to be framed? If I have the knowledge, then I can plan that how many questions are to be given, how many have to be 2 marks and how many have to be 5 marks and 10 marks. If I do not have the knowledge, how can I prepare the plan? So planning is a brain work. So it is known as intellectual process. Planning is a intellectual process. Means planning is to be done with a lot of thinking. So thinking power should be there. Various strategies you have to make. It is not like taking some book and copying some questions and answers. It is not that way we plan. So if you have to plan about any activity, about a junior college, about a degree college, or about a factory, about a restaurant, first you should have the idea about the resources available. What is your capital? Where is your business location? What are the various market opportunities? What are our competitive aspects? Then after this only you can prepare a better plan. So before planning, you should go for SWOT analysis. I think last year also I might have told you this. SWOT. SWOT analysis is to be done. What is SWOT analysis? S means strength, W means weakness, O means opportunities, T means threats. So this is called SWOT analysis. So without analyzing this, if you blindly prepare a plan, you will be a flop. If you want to succeed, you should know what are your resources, who are your competitors in the market, what will be the future marketing opportunities, who are your consumers, what are the various government policies. So what are the challenges you are going to face? Everything you have to do, lot of mind exercise, brain exercise is to be done. It is a brain work. Unless until you fight, you struggle with your brain for few days, you can't come out with a better plan. Various alternatives, various chances, various opportunities, various new ideas will be confusing you. So after all, you have to come out with a best plan. So unless you mix those ideas, unless you analyze what are the pros and cons, means advantages and disadvantages of every activity, then you cannot plan. So blindly, it is not something like you take a pen and pencil or take scale and draw something and this is the plan. No. So lot of brain work is to be done. So that is the reason the first feature of planning is, we say that planning is an intellectual process. That means planning can be done with lot of thinking ability. If you do not have thinking ability, if you cannot analyze about your organization, if you cannot analyze about your strengths and your weakness, your opportunities and your threats, what is the plan you are going to prepare? No. This is to be done. It is to be done in a depth manner. Then only a better plan will come out. Without analyzing properly, without doing proper exercise, means mind work, if you prepare the plan, it may not give you good result. It may be only a formal plan, as someone asked and just give it. No. If you are really goal oriented, really you want to achieve the target, you want the great result, so you have to prepare a best plan. For best plan, you require a lot of brain work. That is why we rightly say that planning is a intellectual process. Process means it is not just a single activity. It is sum total of all activities is called as process. Means your job does not end with simple one attempt. It is combination of various activities, then it is called as a process. So planning is the intellectual process. Then, planning is goal oriented. What do you mean by goal oriented? Remember that always planning is done with some objective, with some target, with some objective to be achieved. Without having objective, without having a goal, without having decided about your destination, without fixing the target, planning cannot be done. Suppose if an architect is planning, means his goal is to complete the building. This many number of rooms, this much of square feet area is to be covered, so and so land, that is the cost. So he has got the target. With 25 lakhs, I have to construct this building. This many rooms are required. So that is his goal. So completion of building with a budget of 25 lakhs is the goal. Accordingly, he has to plan. So similarly, if you have to produce some 1000 units, suppose in a manufacturing concern, we have planned to produce 1000 fans. So manufacturing of that 1000 fans is our goal. So when you give that goal, accordingly the planning department will plan how to procure the material, how many laborers are to be appointed, how many machines are to be installed, every day how many hours we have to work. All that planning can be done. But before that, you should know how many fans you are going to manufacture. If you don't know how many fans you are going to manufacture, then what we can do? Suppose if I am given that, sir, you have to complete commerce second year syllabus by December 31st. If I am given that goal, accordingly I can plan. Every day how many classes I have to teach, what part of syllabus is to be completed, how much time is to be taken for every lesson, then I can plan. If that goal is not there, the target is not fixed, that in this many working days you have to complete. If target is not given, I cannot plan. So always every planning requires a target, a goal, an objective. So that is the reason every plan, whether it is small, rigid plan or fixed plans, long-term plan or short-term plan, in graduation next year you will be learning types of plans. There are so many types of plans are there. So every plan's ultimate aim is to achieve something. So planning done without any achievement is waste. So always plans are prepared to achieve some goal. That is why we say that planning is goal oriented. Then planning is primary function of management. What do you mean by primary function? Very first function, very important function. Even in the previous class I told you, when we were writing the functions of management, what have we written? Planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. I hope you remember these 5 functions which you have discussed in the previous classes. So you can see here, where does the planning standing? Is it in the first or last? It is first. So that is the nature. Planning is the primary function of management. Means if you don't plan in the initial stage, if you don't prepare planning, you cannot do the remaining activities. That means all the remaining 4 functions of management, that is organizing, staffing, directing and controlling, depends upon your planning. If you have got better plans, your planning is good, then remaining activities, remaining functions you can perform in an effective manner. Otherwise, here also you will struggle. Without preparing the plans, without having a good planning department, directly if you go to these steps, you cannot perform these functions well. Yes, you may be performing, but they will give you inadequate results. You will not be successful. If you have to achieve success means you have to perform planning function first. So planning lays down the foundation for the remaining functions. So that's how you can understand that planning is the foremost, the very important first function of all the 5 functions of management. Then planning is directed towards efficiency. What do you mean by efficiency? Last year we have discussed it a lot. Okay, efficiency means capability to perform something. Efficiency means capability to perform. If any work is given, see, if I am an efficient lecturer, I can teach commerce in an effective manner. I can explain in a better manner. I can get good results. If I am inefficient, means I don't know the subject. I do not have communication. I do not have experience. I cannot convince students. So what is the result we obtain? Waste. That means I have got the capability to teach. So my performance here is to teach. So every employee will have their own performance. A lecturer has to teach, a teacher has to teach, a doctor has to treat well. So according to their position, everyone will have their capacity. So if you have got better planning, planning improves the efficiency of the employees. What is the relation between the planning and efficiency? Because in a better plan, we always fix targets to each and every employee. We guide the employee how to work. We explain him what are the resources he can utilize. So ultimately, he will be working according to the rules and regulations, according to the guidelines given by the top management. So that naturally improves the capacity, naturally improves the efficiency of the employees. Remember, when these employees work with greater efficiency, that ultimately increases the success rate of our organization, that ultimately increases the profitability of the organization. So efficiency means every individual employee should have the knowledge to work. He should work in an effective manner, means should get good result out of his input. So if he does not have the capacity to work, so definitely not the employee, but the organization will struggle to reach the goal. So that is the reason planning will improve. Planning is directed towards efficiency, means always the best management will explain their plans to all the employees of the organization. That should be the goal. That should be the work of middle level management. When top level management prepares plans, it is a duty, it is a responsibility of the middle level management to take those plans to the low level and see that they are executed in a well manner. So all your supervisors, all your workers, all your low level employees have to adopt plans. So whatever is planned, you have to work accordingly. When every individual of the organization, when every individual of the business organization work according to the plans prepared by the top management, quite naturally our efficiency will improve. Ultimately that leads to the great success of our organization. So these are the 4 features of planning. First is, planning is intellectual process. That means it is a brain work. Then always it is goal oriented, means planning always helps you to achieve some goal. You have to prepare plans in such manner that you have to achieve some goal. Then planning is the primary function. It is the first function of all the 5 functions of the management. Without planning, you cannot perform the remaining functions of management. Then always planning will improve the efficiency of the employees. So planning should be directed. It is directed towards the efficiency. Clear? So these are the 4 features of planning. In next class, we will go for organizing.